and empower you. But it's not just about us, it's about you. And again, we really do appreciate everyone who's come out this Tuesday night, because you could have been anywhere but here. So get to tweeting, and we're going to get started with the Complexion Conversation.
So, I mean, we've covered stereotypes, we of course covered the trailer, and I wanted to kind of just jump into how complexion affects us personally, whether it be in the workplace, and I guess I'll start right there, and I'll, pose this to you as well, but definitely if anyone wants to jump in. Do you feel as though that either being a light-skinned or black-skinned person, that it affects how quickly you climb the corporate ladder, and have you seen this personally in your particular, put up the path for you first to give the audience a chance to kind of...
I see her breathing.
Have you seen that light-skinned people climbing faster than a darker complected African American, or it doesn't make a difference, or...
Smart. But yes, I would probably say, I don't think I've ever thought about if dark-skinned women or light-skinned men maybe climb the corporate ladder as far as complexion. I think that in that setting, I always look at it from a racial perspective than a complexion perspective. But I would say probably if, I thought about it, we've already talked about it, that it does seem that favorably lighter-skinned people are just favored more. Point blank. It just seems like all around, it just seems like it comes out over and over again. But in the workforce, I don't know if I can say that I've seen someone who was lighter advance more than me, or I've seen a darker person advance more if it was a racial thing than a complexion thing. So, Mika, I'm still thinking about that.
Corporate America in general, my experiences is that I don't think it's viewed as a light-skinned, dark-skinned thing as far as being climbing the corporate ladder. I see that as an attraction thing. People that are attractive or considered attractive normally get to the higher levels, and what viewed as being attractive, normally it's lighter-skinned people.
Wow.
That's been my observation.
Wow. That's real, and I'll tell you, I think that's very true. I mean, I've even seen at the office, or when I was in corporate America, just how even being something as small as being in an elevator with someone that may be darker complexion, as opposed to someone that's in the elevator with a lighter. When someone's in the elevator with a lighter complexion, I've seen them have more of a conversation with that person. Hey, how you doing today? Looking good. Water cooler talk, all that stuff. Darker people, I've seen somebody, in the conversation, they're just kind of like, next floor. And don't really want to have conversation, because I don't know if they're saying that they're scared, or they're feeling that, this darker person is more intimidating. And I've seen that, and I've personally seen that. And it's crazy to me, but it does exist. And it may not be as blatant, but there are soft hints of it if you pay attention, I feel like.
And I think also too, it's also about how ethnic you are. Because I know for those of us in corporate America as black women, we're told, hey, you don't want to wear your hair in cornrows and braids. You need to have your hair straight. You need to have a certain look so that you can be approachable and look the corporate part, so that you can get to the next level. Right. And so sometimes, we're told, hey, it's just too ethnic, it's just too wrong for you to be able to become manager of a department. I don't know if any of you all have had those types of conversations, or maybe have seen that in your job, but I've seen a lot of corporate America.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
America is that as an African American woman or darker person, we're stereotyped as being intimidating. And I've heard people say that about me, and my personality is a little assertive, and it has a lot to do with my profession. However, I'm like, what? I'm very approachable. Like, you view me that way? So some of the things are shocking to me, because when I look in the mirror, I don't see what they see. But I guess as a color thing, we're just, even men, I think that's why darker men are very in now, because a woman wants to be with a strong, dark man that she feels secure that he's going to be able to take care of her and all of that. But when it comes to little old me, I'm like, what's going on?
It's too much stress.
It's very frustrating. I've noticed that too, that intimidation.
Because I work for a nonprofit agency, and the CEO's girlfriend, should I say, she's from Ireland, but has been in the Baltimore area for a little bit of change. Over 20-some years, I would say. And I was, she has a travel agency, and I was in her office one day, and she was like, oh, Kanika, can I ask ask you a question. I mean, look at your nose. I mean, you don't have a wide nose like most black people should have. Look at your cheekbones. Yeah, she said this. Your cheekbones and your complexion. I mean, are you really African American or black? Because my friend, she was like dark skin, like dark as the onyx of the night. And you know, it's so crazy to have, you know, a person I'm working with asking these type of questions about who I am, what I'm supposed to be, because obviously my complexion or the way my face or my bone structure does not identify with what she was told black people should look like. And I didn't want to get offensive because, you know, sometimes we get so quick to be offended and not take the time to school a person and say, you know, let me tell you about my heritage. Let me tell you about how African American people, our different shades were because of that we were blended with different cultures of people in the United States of America. So, but I thought it was just interesting just to make that point that even on a job, that people do think those ways. And I think the whole black man in corporate America holds a whole other conversation. Because, you know, in my same company, we had a black man that was African, and you know, people were very intimidated because of the fact that he was a black man that was educated, going to school to get his master's, and it was almost like, why are you going back to school to educate yourself? Which you had should be sufficient.
Right.
And it came from other white males in the company who were intimidated by his strength. Good point.
Something magnetic